go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So far, this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
You see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll try the left side. Branch. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. A run up the middle with Irving. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Complete, this is Lewis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They go play action with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Little short pass here to Hill. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Hurts with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 2nd down, Irving. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a 1st drive touchdown, go back out on defense and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle they go. Palmer, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Out route to Hill, complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Once again, it's Irving. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. The slot man in motion right. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did the...
Hey, risky, but it paid off. But I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Irving fighting through. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively. Because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He's got Lewis. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's Williams on the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught by Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw again. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles... Sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be dealing with it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. That is caught, and touchdown! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Monarchs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
No gain on the screen there at second down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw here. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, that flag puts him on their heel. A little bit more defensively. As the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger. It's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the 1st half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Irving is in for a touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. Put a big-time drive in that situation.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Hurts throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught, the tight end Hill. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
On 2nd down now, it's Palmer. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run the counter. Palmer. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's a nice move, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. The extra point splits the uprights. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. London about set to take over on offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Palmer. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, Hurts. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at their own. Yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Little short pass here to Hill, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Complete, this is Lewis. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. On 2nd and goal. Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bucky Irving
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Monarchs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Little short pass here to Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for London, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.